Hello again. We meet in the VAV, but today is a normal video. Today we're playing science mode, which means we have right now basically nothing. But all of that's gonna change soon, hopefully. And look at me, rambling on before the video has even really started. So, what we're going to be doing today is we're going to be playing the beginning of a science mode playthrough in, well, this game. I don't really think I have to say the name of the game, as it's in the title of all my videos. But on another hand, I kind of lied to you all, because if you watch my previous video from yesterday, you'll hear in the description you'll see that I was actually intending to make a rescue mission for Seapon Kerman on the mud. But that's not happening today. Instead, we're doing science mode. And as you can see, we have completed our first rocket. And what should we call it? Let's call it the Hopper. The Hopper 1. Everything has humble beginnings, and this is ours. I always forget the beginning of the game where you have to flee and it boosts so quickly because it has basically nothing of, well, we have deployed the chute, and hopefully we just fall right back down at the KSC. And crew report, EVA report, board. And as you can see, I have free IVA installed, meaning, oh, that entire time I forgot to, oh no, we just became a dart. That is, not ideal. Let's try moving retrograde, and looks like we can't actually move retrograde because, this does not look good. Come on. It might be too late. Now you just have to time warp until we get to the ground. I do not have physics time warp enabled though, so this is going to be painful. I also don't have any of I don't have any visual mods installed or have any of the DLC packs. So if you want to know why my videos are pretty bare bones, it's because I don't really use that many mods. If I do, well, my computer won't really exist anymore, so just keep that in mind until I get an upgrade. And there we go. We're just about to land. Never mind. Maybe I shouldn't say it quite like that, because we're still pretty far off from landing. Now we can use the mystery goo container, and we can recover the vessel. Now, how much science did we actually get? 26 science. So what? Well, there's not much we can really get from all that, so let's just go with the basics. Can't afford survivability though. Well, time to leave this and build our next rocket. And which we are now going to call the Hopper. Wait, I just started lagging. Yes. Now you can see what I mean by lag. Doesn't even want to type out what I... Well, we can worry about the name later. But right now, we gotta focus on our new rocket. I'm not gonna make this rocket too big, because what's the point in that, huh? Not like we really need it. Right, I didn't actually buy the aerodynamics. That wasn't the most... Well, that wasn't the best I could have ever made that, but... Hey, I made... Actually, how about we try actually getting into space this time around? We do have the couplers, and now we have the heat shields to do it, so let's try it. Let's try and go for surviving in this. And I'm also gonna put these surface mounts version of this. Let's just, you know what? Let's just put the Commutron. Let's put the Commutron on this thing. And let's put these around it. Some drones as well, and maybe adjust that. I mean, we wouldn't want Jeb to be stuck in the capsule if anything goes wrong, so let's make a new one. And now, connect this. We don't have the best decouplers though, so looks like we might actually... Now here's the thing I like to do, since I do not have the brain capacity to know how to copy these. Now instead of fussing around to try and find that fin I just lost, let's just put on these fins. And let's also use these solid rocket boosters. Now we can name this the Hopper 2. And now we launch. This is a significant... And I forgot to put Mystery Goo. I just forgot to put Mystery Goo. That's the greatest thing I could do, huh? Alright, we have the 2 hot thermometers, the barometers, and the Mystery Goo. Now that we have all of this, I'm just gonna put the Mystery Goo right here. And as an action group, well, we can use the abort action group, because observe Mystery Goo, where is log temperature. And now we launch. First we need an EVA with Jebediah Kerman. Wait, no. First we need to do a crew report. Now we go EVA. And now we can take the data, board it. Now we can do more experiments like this. I always get caught off guard exactly how fast this goes. Sadly though, we do not have decouplers, so... Wait a minute. Seriously? This doesn't have the most efficiency, but that's probably because... Anyway, let's wrap up. As you can see, I do not use many mods. So, we might as well open the Maneuver Now tab. Now we can observe the Mystery Goo. The goo seems to be getting very... Wait. Fourth, the abort action group. Keep. And once this runs out, we're gonna fall right back down into the atmosphere. Or well, if we actually get past the atmosphere, that is. No, the goal here isn't actually to get to orbit. We would never be able to come back from that, but and actually, let's aim for the ocean landing. Ooh, we're not actually getting that ocean landing, sadly. Now time to point retrograde and time warp. Now, coming back down. Why is it still so close to us? Is the question. Why is it still so close to us is my question. But at the very least, we get to see some fireworks. Or well, Jebediah Kerman gets to enjoy some fireworks. Are we getting the heating effect yet? Ah, yes. Here we go. It's going down pretty fast. Looks like our antenna is going. Maybe not. Our antenna somehow survived that. Deploy all the chutes. And, oh, look at that. We're landing in the ocean. Let's jettison that. The drones have deployed, slowing us down fairly. I might have gone overboard with the chutes though. Now let's go EVA for a quick EVA report. Now let's take the data, then board it, and now do another crew report when we land. Well, more like when we fall in the ocean. Looks more like we're drifting than falling, but nevertheless we are going down slowly but surely. Jebediah Kerman has been in the sky for 11 minutes. Well, I am so sorry I don't edit these videos. All of this is live commentary, but Microsoft Clipchamp is just too complicated, you know? We have landed. And now we can do another crew report. And now we can recover the vessel. Let's hope we got more signs from that. Which we should have because it had 41 signs. Wow. Let's go back into research and development, and now we can get much better stuff. Well, we can't get basic science, but we didn't really need basic science, did we? I mean, oh. I'm just looking at all this. Oh yeah, that's right. I do have one mod installed, but doesn't really work all that well. You're probably wondering the mod I have installed that doesn't really work all that well. It's Space Station Redux. I do not know how to make it work well, so anyway, let's leave the facility and build the Hopper 3 with what we now have. This time around, we kinda need to get a better goal. Actually, there's an easier way of doing this. I'll show you after I build the rocket, but there is a much easier way of doing this entire ordeal than just coloring it separately. Let's use the swivel because it's just better. This early in the game it's better because you don't really have a better engine. We now have the couplers though, which means we can do a much better job at efficiency than we did before. And for aerodynamics, we now have little more, but it's something. Now let's use these winglets, and I almost forgot a way to survive this entire ship. Didn't want my Kerbals to think they're gonna die, but that's probably what they're gonna do anyways. We are about to finish this rocket. We just have to, finish it. Now let's put some press mats and mystery goo. This time around we're going to have 4 apparently, because it's doing that weird glitch again. I absolutely hate it when it does this glitch, but I'm fine. This should survive. Or well, more like the astronauts should survive. Eh. Variant themes. White. Apply the current vessel. Nah, it doesn't look very good. Now that looks good. The Hopper 3, which I hope will get to orbit. I really, really hope this gets to orbit. Stop doing that, please. Maybe if I do this right, this rocket could get into orbit. Oh my god, we are accelerating too much. Did they crash or did they burn? Judging from how they look, I say they crashed. Let's open this thing. Oh. That is fairly high. Let's go radio in. Actually, let's stop at a maneuver and let's make it come. Let's try making it circular, or well, somewhat circular. That's somewhat. And in 2 minutes, we need a burn. For this thing, though, I completely forgot. Let's just make an alarm clock, huh? Apply changes, and now let's time warp until the time. Thanks, alarm clock. Well, I feel like we should start burning. I hope we have enough Delta V to go down, even if it's at night. Let's point retrograde, but first we need to run our experiments. I brought way too much mystery goo and absolutely forgot to do it. Well, we can transmit some. Not enough electric charge. Looks like we're not going to be able to do that. Well, let's keep it. Now, let's run the... Now, let's do the crew report. What does it mean by in space near Kerbin? We have orbit. Big data. Big data. Now, let's go completely retrograde. And let's get back. We have completed the first orbit of this entire save file. And we're leaving no debris in orbit. Now let's time warp till we get back atmosphere. Actually, let's do that earlier because where is can't quite see where it is, but let's check the map. It should be near us. Just so it's above. Oh, there it is. I can see its streak. It's also burning. Fireworks. If anything survives, it's just gonna crash into the ground. Somehow that survived the atmosphere. And now we just time warp. It's about to splash down, and nothing survived, as expected. We are on the complete opposite side of the KSC. I mean, of Kerbin to the KSC. I feel like that's kind of incredible. I'm not gonna lie. But everything has been deployed, and we are now falling back down very gently to Kerbin. In fact, we're going very slowly. Maybe this entire way of doing things is too effective. We're 25 minutes into this entire flight, and at this point, 36 minutes into the video. This is a long one. Well, actually, most of my videos are this length, and they are usually random shenanigans. And there we go. We landed. We have landed, and can we do a crew report? Yeah, as expected. Let's log the temperature here and log the pressure data. Now we can recover the vessel and hope we got a lot of signs. I mean, at least 50 signs from that. Ooh, just short. Well, time to make, and I just went into the VAB. Time to get new technology to make a new rocket. You can't just have the same rocket again and again, huh? Now, my question is, should we get the Science Junior and, oh yeah, all this other stuff? Or advanced rocketry? I feel like basic science would be better for this flight through. And now, we can make a new rocket. But this one isn't gonna be a regular rocket. No, my plan for this rocket I want to see something real quick, actually. No. Alright, back to the video. Now, we are actually gonna make a rocket that is also gonna stay as a satellite. Yes, satellite. Oh wait, never mind. No, we don't actually have the ability to do that yet. So it's actually, I think we should just fly the Hopper 3. I should have adjusted this stuff. Now let's do something that's actually going to be, at the very least, just a bit efficient. And while all that's running, well, never mind. are heating up extremely. Wait, so what did I set that action group? Stage. That is an extremely eccentric orbit and will eat almost all of our delta V, but should leave us with just enough to get back home. Don't worry, Jeb. I'll get you home. And 1 minute into the entire flight? Wow. I don't feel like that would be very accurate, but directly connected to Space Center. Anyway, let's get ready to burn. I think now is a good time, actually. Looks like the burn time is pretty big. And I'm descending. No. Please get down. Oh, hi, Ari. We are going down very slowly, in fact.